Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, December 13th, and we've got quite a bit of action coming up here over the next 7 days. If we jump right to the headlines, looks like a blustery cold day today with snow showers increasing, especially across the western half of the lower peninsula where we could see many inches of snow combined with gusty winds. We could have near whiteout conditions. No doubt many schools will be impacted here over the next couple of days, even some towards the inland areas may be affected somewhat. And then we have a winter storm that's going to be approaching the area as we get later in the day on Friday, with the bulk of the snow looking like it'll fall for Friday night into Saturday morning. And I think many areas could see 6 to 10 inches of snow, maybe even some isolated higher amounts. And then we're going to have to watch that rain snow line. We could have some significant freezing rain across the very far southern part of the state. Again, we'll keep an eye on that. Still plenty of time to watch this storm, but most definitely snow is on the way for much of central Michigan. And these might come in handy as well. You can see the MA snow removal team able to save a little bit of energy costs on heavy equipment fuel, being out there doing that with their new equipment. And if we look at the normals of the day, our normal high is 32, the normal low is 19. And you can see on this date we had 1.26 inches of rain back in 1907. That equated to 10 inches of snow on that same day. If we look at the next shot, you can see temperatures and conditions around the area yesterday. Highs are mainly in the low to mid 20s across the region, with overnight lows down around 10. And you can see we're now just 1.3 degrees per day above normal, and we'll probably go into the blue below normal either tomorrow or maybe the next day for sure. If we look at the highs and lows across the lower 48 yesterday, the highest temperature 86 degrees at Miami, and the low temperature 21 degrees below zero near Ulm, Montana. And if we look at conditions around the area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the teens across the central and western portions of the area, but where there was clear skies, temperatures down to 3 degrees at Marlette and Blissville. Very cold out there. And when you couple that with the wind chill, you can see -6 degrees, -4 degrees, so below zero wind chills, and we're going to see a lot of those here over the next few days. If we look at the radar, you can see some lake effect beginning to kick up, and we'll see that all the way up and down the coastline. And again, it's going to be pretty blustery out there in the next couple of days with that Arctic front pushing the real cold air. You can see winter weather advisories for much of the western and northwestern portions of the lower peninsula, winter storm warnings for the Sioux. We have weather advisories for the western end of the UP and a blizzard warning for the Keweenaw Peninsula. And then back in Wisconsin, you can see winter storm watches are flying there for that incoming storm. And don't be surprised if not later today, but probably tomorrow, I think we'll see winter storm watches issued for a large portion of lower Michigan. If we look at the satellite view this morning, you can see around that cold air coming down across the area, we got a wave of low pressure that's going to bring those snow showers across Lake Michigan and enhance them. And then here's the big moisture feed that's going to be our storm. It's going to give us a prolonged period of anywhere from light to possibly heavy snow at times. I think overall it looks like a moderate snow, but it's going to be for about 20 hours plus. So again, I think accumulations are likely to be well over a half foot of snow, maybe up around 10-12 inches. So a very significant winter storm on the way for the Great Lakes. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see that secondary cold front that's got the really cold air, and that's going to bring the gusty winds across the Great Lakes, bringing lots of snow shower activity to the region. And if we put the map into motion by tomorrow, you can see that low of pivot off to the east. We're firmly and deeply into the cold air. And then our next moisture maker is going to be moving across the Rockies. It'll be emerging out of Colorado. Looks like it's going to move right towards Detroit, and that'll put mid-Michigan right in a perfect place for very heavy snow. And you can see that heavy snow will already be breaking out by Friday morning across much of the plains into the Great Lakes. And again, this is going to be a pretty significant snowstorm for much of the region. As far as how much snow we might expect, this is the Canadian model, brings a lot of 5, 6, 7, and 8 inch snows to much of the lower peninsula. And if we look at the GFS, again, anywhere from about 6 to 8, 6 to 9 inches of snow across much of the state. And again, we got to watch this area across southeast lower Michigan to see if they get into the freezing rain. And areas south of there could get a quarter to a half inch for a nice storm across northern portions of Indiana and Ohio. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.